2022 then, it was a hell of a year for me personally, a hell of a year for music. But personally, I suffered in 2022 from quite a lot of creator burnout and just general burnout in my life. If you've been following the channel for a while, you might know that I went through a bunch of physical and mental issues, particularly around the summer of last year. It was a very challenging time, let's just put it like that. And it made doing this quite difficult. Now, I just scanned through my channel, and despite that, we put out well over 200 videos on the main channel, something like 230. And then when you add in JD Rocks, which you did a bit of, some of the other channels, short videos, and the Patreon exclusives, it's a lot. And yet, for me, it felt like a year where I'd done less. And I think that's because in previous years, I've been putting over 300 videos onto the channel, which in retrospect is kind of mad. So it's nearly 5 years that I've been doing this music reaction thing, starting with Rock Reacts with Simon and then my own thing for a few years. And it's come to the point where I need to take stock of what I'm doing, especially after a much needed break over the holidays. So with this video, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I'm planning for 2023, because 2022 is over. That chapter of what I was going through hopefully is over as well, although in many ways it will never be fully over. And I am feeling a lot better. I'm in a better place, but I'm also realistic of what I need to be doing on the channel. Thankfully, I still love music. I still love reacting to music. I still love making full album reactions, and the buzz that I get from when those album reactions do really well and we interact on social media and we interact in the comments and there's a general buzz around an album is still thrilling. I absolutely still love that. But the other sides of YouTube have started to drive me a little bit crazy. It is a game where you get so wrapped up in numbers, and as much as I try and keep myself at some sort of distance from it, it's almost impossible not to. So yeah, I think this is a case of classic creator burnout. I doubt there's a YouTube channel that has been doing this for a long time, YouTubing, I mean, not just music reactions, that hasn't felt these feelings, that hasn't been through a period of this. So what do you do in this situation? I think it's time to adjust. With that, I want to make 3 pledges to you guys, because you guys over the last 5 years, many of you since the very first couple of videos on Rock Reacts are still here, still supporting. And 3 things that I want to pledge for what we're going to be doing here in 2023. The channel's not stopping, so don't worry if that was a concern. I may have baited you slightly with the title, but it is YouTube. Number 1, music and album reactions will continue. I still love doing them. And I still want to be delivering what I think are some of the best album reactions on YouTube, both to new albums and still discovering some classic albums that I've not got to yet. So expect the big hitters to be hitting YouTube consistently like they always have done. Thank you very much for the crazy support on recent videos like Metro Boomin, like Drake and 21 Her Loss, like Scissor. All absolute bangers. Even the Sidemen Christmas one's done crazy. So thank you for that. And I will also be engaging with smaller albums that wouldn't necessarily bang views on the main channel. Most of those will be appearing on the Patreon. So if you want to jump on, get the full JD music experience, the full reaction experience, and support the channel, then do jump on. There is a link in the description for that. That is how I've been able to do this for these years, because you know how it works with the labels taking all the revenue from the videos. Second thing I want to pledge is to have more interaction and connection with you guys. Like I say, some of you guys have been rocking with me for nearly 5 years, and I do not take that for granted at all. It is amazing. I love interacting with you guys on Twitter. That's my main social platform, the one I use the most, despite its recent troubles, but I'm still going to be using that, so make sure you're following on there. But I want to be streaming more. Now, I haven't exactly worked out what the best platform is. Obviously, ideal situation would be streaming here, chatting, listening to music, enjoying old music, laughing at old crap tunes from 20 years ago, enjoying new music together, some new reactions, and then talking about all the other things that we are mutually interested in, whether that's for me, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts, football, and anything else that might be going on in the world, whether topical or entertainment-wise, on those streams. Ideally, I'd like to do them here with over 400,000 people subscribed, but because of the music situation, it may well have to be on Twitch. So make sure you're following me on Twitch as well if you want to get involved in those streams. And I'll be streaming on other platforms as well, trying to grow the Instagram, going live on there as well. So that's pledge 2. To spend more time interacting with you guys. And pledge 3 is a bit of a selfish one, but it's also one that I'm hoping some of you guys take stock of yourselves. And that is, I need to be making some more content and doing some more work that really speaks to me. And that's not to say I'm not enjoying the other stuff, but burnout is real. And a lot of you guys have asked for my thoughts on different subjects. You might have seen that a couple of times I've launched and relaunched the football channel. And in doing that, weirdly, found that I wasn't really interested in pursuing constant content around that subject, football, which I love, even though I thought I would be and consume a lot of it. But it actually reconnected me with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, my sport, something that I've been involved with for 12 years. And I'm now refocused in that way, in a way that I haven't been for years. And I think that is coupled with the fact some other stuff that's happened in my life. For example, stopping drinking and focusing on mental and physical well-being. So in that respect, I want to make some content on the second channel, on John Denton 2, and maybe some of it will appear on the main channel as well, about other things in my life. I'm definitely interested in making a little mini documentary about that sport, because so many of you guys are interested in it, either train or interested in MMA, and want to know a little bit more about that and my story within that. But also, like, the thing that I love to do, as much as I love to react to music and talk to you guys, I really like to teach. It's something that I'm massively fond of. And as somebody who grew up basically without a dad, I know that a lot of you guys and a lot of the messages that I get for sometimes when I open up on the videos, and that's something that I'll continue to do, that's really helped a lot of you guys. And I know I've had a lot of help from watching other content creators and people who have opened up in the same sort of way. So I definitely want to persist and continue in doing that and opening up and talking about physical, mental stuff. But also, if I can teach about how I've managed to do this in YouTube, understanding that kind of thing for people that might want to jump on and try this thing, how I've managed to be somebody who's worked for himself in freelance for almost 15 years now. Jiu-Jitsu again, some other stuff. This is an area that I want to continue pursuing. So that's pledge 3. And like I say, it's a bit selfish because I know I'm going to get a lot of enjoyment out of making that type of content, about talking about that kind of stuff. And hopefully some of you guys will get something out of that as well, from an older guy, an older boy that's got a bit of life experience, that hopefully, if some of you guys are feeling as lost as I did in my 20s, hey, maybe there's a little bit of help there. So that's it. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. We will continue. We will persist. We will still be the hardest working reaction channel on YouTube, the one that hits those album reactions before anybody else. And you might have noticed that a lot of people are dipping out of the game. We're not dipping out of the game. We've come too far. And when I'm seeing 300Ks on recent videos, I know that the market and the appetite is still there. But I want your input back as well under this video. What are you watching at the moment? What are you keen on? Are you still consuming as much music and as much music content as ever? Have your tastes changed? Are you getting older and finding your music tastes are stuck in the same place? What else are you doing? Comments time. This is the beginning of the year. We've all got big plans. I want to know your plans too. I want to know what you're sticking to. We're a community, and I do believe truly that we are one of the most phenomenal communities on YouTube. A massive community, but one that still has time to focus on actually what other people are saying, and one that we don't focus on toxic bullshit. So yes, I'm not getting shut down, cancelled, locked off like the top G himself, Andrew Tate. No, we will continue, pizza boxes and all, over here and in other channels as well. So I'll see you around all of them, and I'll catch you very soon. Peace.